Well, hello and welcome to DJ Fossils. So today we are at Lyme Regis and we're going to be heading along round towards Pinay and then back along on the low tide. Hopefully I'm trying to get a nautilus, so hopefully we'll find one. They're a bit tough to get out the rocks, but yeah, we're tooled up ready for that if we need it. So let's hope we find something decent today. Yeah, also we're looking for another plasgoma shell. We've got one, but it's not the best, and it's not massive. It's quite big, but we're looking for a better one of those as well. So, and of course the ammonites. So hopefully we might find something. Well, we've seen lots of little signs of bits in rocks, but yeah, I thought I'd show you a few bits. There's three nice. Look at that wearing out of there. Wearing out, not worth collecting. You've got this. I'll try not to get in the shade actually, because otherwise you won't see it. Look at that. And this one over here, yeah, partial nautilus on the top of there, look. But look at that. Absolutely humongous. It goes all the way out to there, to where my boot is here. It goes in. And there's another one in there, but again, these aren't worth collecting. They're too far gone. But yeah, and they're too big as well. And it does actually have rules to leave the big ones like that, so you shouldn't be taking them anyway. Look for smaller ones, which is what we're doing, hoping find a nice nautilus or a nice ammonite. But yeah, there's a lot of signs and there's been a lot of slippage here. So something good could have washed out and be out here, so we'll be checking out there on the way back. So, but while the tide is quite high, we're going to head right along to Pinay and see what we can get up there. Well, thought I'd show you this one. Look at that. That's another big one. But what we've just spotted is this. You can see the ammonite in there. Look at the keel there. And it's quite a big one. Quite chunky as well, good 1.5 to 2 inches. So I started trying to break the rock down, and then I thought, oh, I better film it before I start, just in case I break it or anything. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get this out. I'll show you some progress in a minute, or several minutes. Well, slowly whittling the rock down a bit. I still need to take a lot off because it's far too heavy to carry at the moment. You'll be back breaking, but I've still got a lot of rock I can take off there and there, so hopefully it'll be more manageable. I'm just hoping it's going to be good in there, because it looks like it's well preserved on this edge. A bit wear there, but it's still well preserved. Well, not doing too bad. That pile there is all off this rock, and look at that, I've got it to a manageable size now. It's going in there. That's the mouth end there. It's going in and back in here, so I've left as much rock around this edge to protect it. But when I was hitting the other side off, I knocked it and some of the ribbing's all showing. Look at that, absolutely stunning. So I think it's very, very calcite sticky. It's going to be a pain to prep, but I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be a good one. So yeah, I'll probably do a prep on this in the future, maybe not straight away. It's going to be a long prep, this one, I think. Probably quite a few hours, probably 20-30 hours work on that at least, by the time you've got all around this. It depends on how well this stone comes off and off of here, I mean, and then I've got the clean up as well. So but yeah, it does seem like it will come off of there quite well. So but yeah, I'm really happy with that, but it still weighs a ton. I mean, that's a 12-inch chisel. Look, you're looking at probably, the ammonite's coming into about here, so you're probably looking at about a 10-inch ammonite, I guess. So yeah, happy with that. That's what I came for. I wouldn't mind finding a nautilus, but to be honest, I'm gonna have to carry this back to the car anyway, so I'm not gonna be able to carry this and anything else. But yeah, the tide's starting to go out. We are thinking maybe we might go down to East Beach as well, look for a few pyrites while we're down here. So we might head off down there in a bit, or we might take this back to the car and come back along and look for a nautilus. So we will see. Just something else to show you as well. Jackie spotted this rock. Now they're not ammonites, but you've got all of these. It looks better when it's wet, to be honest. This I can't remember where the good ones were, but yeah, they're like worm casts or something like that. But yeah, it's absolutely, when it was wet you could see them, but they're like there's some really nice ones on there, but it's layered with them. But yeah, they're quite interesting. Got to show you this one. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Not allowed to touch these, but they're beautiful to look at. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, there's another one there, look, and keel of one sticking out there, just there, quite big. That's far too big to take though, but yeah, unfortunately. But we're heading back to the car with this ammonite because it weighs a ton, and we may come back along and have a look, see what else we can find, or go to East Beach. We haven't decided yet, but East Beach is probably packed by now, so probably a bit late for that one. But yeah, got a nice ammonite though. We're really happy with that. Oh wow. Look, seven of them in there, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Partial on there. Oh my god. Not small either. Wouldn't be able to take that one home. But yeah, it's really interesting just walking along this beach. And then we got the rest of the ammonite pavement up there. There was a bit back there as well. So there's a piece of the pavement there. But yeah, the ammonite pavement's absolutely stunning. Even if you're not going to collect fossils, if you want to have a look, it's worth walking down and just having a look at these. Thought I'd show you this one as well. Loads of little ones on here. Look at these. So, again, can't try taking them out. They won't come out. But there's actually loads there. A lot of these have all worn away now. That's really nice. But literally everywhere you look. Oh, Jackie's just found another big one down there. I got two. I'll just go and have a look. I hope I don't fall over because this bag weighs a ton and these are wet rocks. Oh wow, yeah.
Another one then, over there.
I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. There's two there, another one there. They're literally everywhere you look. It is really nice. I don't want to keep showing you too much of these, but look at this. So you've got a length of wood, and then all of these little ammonites all the way along, and then some more wood coming out there. That's probably the one piece going all the way through. But some of these ammonites are absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately though, the sea wears them all away and you can't collect them, so you need to look at them when you can. That's another reason I like to film them, because in 6 months time they'll probably be long gone. But you'll see different ones. There's always new ones being eroded and to see. That's what's so amazing about this beach, the rocks. You might see all these big flat grey rocks. Next time you come they might be flipped over and there's a massive ammonite on it. Another big section of Jurassic wood. Look at that. I love the patternings on them. Absolutely beautiful. And Jackie just spotted this one. Look. Absolutely gorgeous. And we're just coming up to the ammonite pavement just up here, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. I've got to show you this one. Look at the chambers. Absolutely stunning. All the chambers showing on it. Beautiful. Really, really nice. And big. Just going to show you this. Look at that nautilus in there. That's going out there all the way round. Unfortunately this side's so worn away it wouldn't be worth collecting. Oh, leaning over isn't a good idea when you've got a heavy bag. But yeah, I've not spotted a nautilus that's worth collecting yet. That's what we're having a look for. Oh wow, so yeah, you've got a lovely one there, you've got 2, 3, 4 there, another one there. This is how abundant they are here. So, wow, this end of the pavement hasn't got anything on it. I'm sure it did have previously, but yeah, the other pavement is up past that point, just around that corner, if you want to head to the ammonite pavement and have a look. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I think we might be too low. I think it's that section, yeah. I think you're right. We'll have a look over there. But I thought there was some stuff down here. We did see signs of a few along that section, but not an awful lot. But yeah, we'll head up here. I think you'll find, that's the bit we were looking at on the way. Yep, here we go. And we'll have a look. So you can see where the beach is, comes up there. Once you start hitting the cliffs, and then you've got this section here to look at. But the other section up there is worth going to, where you can see the point there, where there's some people and some rocks. Just past those rocks is another ammonite pavement, which is really nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was up here. Oh, look at that one. That's nautilus by the looks of it. Really nice. But yeah. Oh, that's on a rock. Oh wow, look at that nautilus there. It's not worth collecting, but look at the chamber. You can see all in the chambers. Really nice. That's too far gone, unfortunately, for collecting. Well, it looks like another nautilus there as well, yeah. So again, a bit too worn, but not worth collecting that one. That's what I'm looking for. It's one in a rock like this, but without the wear.
Just a quick word about our new fossils for sale. We have partnered with StockScenics3D.com and have some fossils available on the shop there. If you would like a fossil, then please head over to the website. Link in the description.
Well, I haven't got any full prep for you for this video, but I've got a few bits to show you. So these are the Hock Graphia, sorry. And I've also got something else to show you. So something I found a while back, and it is this. Look at that. That is a Jurassic worm that I've prepped, and it's very hard to prep them. Look at that thin spine on the top. Look at that. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I've got a few of these. I found this one, and then I went back to the place I found it and found a rock that had quite a few on there. So I think I've got about 8 or 9 of them waiting to be prepped up. So what I'm going to do in a future video, I will prep up one of these and show you the prep of it. But it is this. So if we look at the picture there, it's that one there, and it is that. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I mean, that is from a different inferior-like group near Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, where that one was ID'd from. But it is the same worm. It's definitely the same. The patterning's identical, and it's got that lovely ridge on there. Look, it goes all the way along the up the top edge there. But yeah, I'm gonna do a prep video on those in the future. I just thought I'd show you that one. But these are the Graphia that I found at Hock, and normally this is what you get, like there, like that. And this one, look, with no base plate. That's a standard Graphia that you'll find in a lot of places. The Hock ones, though, I found a lot with the actual inner valve plate in there, or whatever you call it. I'm not sure what they call this, so not sure of the specific term or name. I just call it a valve plate because you get a little valve in there, and this plate would open and shut and the creature would be, this sort of thing would be inside. This would open so they can feed. But what we're going to do, we're just going to, I've got 2 here that I've finished prepping. These are the bigger ones. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at, they really prepped up well. Obviously using air abrasive on those as well, just to clean them up. But yeah, I've got 2 there with the plates. So I'm going to just lacquer these up and show you how well they pop, the colours. So I mean, look, you can see how they come out. So I'm just going to do that and show you that. Well, as you could see, the colours really came out on them. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This shine will come off a little bit when it's fully dry, but it will keep all the colours will stay. And such intricate detail on these as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. Some of them are a lot paler than others, like that. But they're really nice, absolutely stunning pieces. So keeping these two here are the two going in my collection. But yeah, I've got a few others, and some will be going up onto the site. I put them down too quickly when that was wet. Look, I'm gonna have to go over that one. It's just picked up some of the dust off the mat. I really should get another mat for doing this on, so I'll have to just give that another lacquer over. It's stuck to the outer edge. That'll be fine. But yeah, I'll just put some more on there. But yeah, problem is if you put them down on when they're still damp, it dries very quickly, this stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. I think you'll agree. They're fantastic detail and colours. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Right, so this top section here's got a lot to see. So look, you got one there, and there, another one there, big one there. Look at that. This one over here is stunning. Look at that. It's quite 3D still. Really nice on that one. But literally, this is why it's called the ammonite pavement, because they are everywhere. Literally everywhere. Another one there. Another couple there. Just looking for any really nice ones to look at. Nice little ones. But yeah, some really nice stuff to look at up here. That one's nice. It's showing you all the ribbing on that one. But yeah, literally, I mean, they're everywhere. Everywhere you look. Ah, the suture patterns on that. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's really nice down here. We do love this beach. It's probably one of the first proper fossil hunting beaches that we started on, so it's got a few good memories for us here. But yeah, never in the old days though. I mean, look at this now, the view here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but they are literally everywhere. Every one of those little dips is an ammonite. Absolutely fantastic. Millions of years old. Don't be tempted to try and take one out. It's not it's not allowed, but B, you'll just break them and ruin them for everyone else. One of the joys of Lyme Regis is these. Look at that, Jackie just spotted in the water there. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, literally everywhere. I won't keep showing you them all because I'm sure you'll get bored of it, but some of you may enjoy this, especially if you can't get down here for yourself. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, and it actually comes right out to there where my boot is. That's the outer keel line is here. But yeah, look at the ribbing on that. Well, we've come along to East Beach. Have a look to see if we can find any of the nice little pyrite ammonites. So if we do, we'll show you. Hopefully we'll find something. Yeah, I keep seeing these plasgoma shells upside down in here, look. Look at that. Obviously you can't collect those because they're in bedrock. Well, the beach is totally covered in sand at the moment, so it's really tough. Found a couple of little partials, and Jackie found a bit of crinoid, and nothing really exciting. But yeah, there's all the way through all that, and no ammonites. What we're going to do though, we're going to head up to the point, just up there, where we can find some smaller stones with ammonites in that are worth getting. They do often look like they're not complete, but they will be inside, so I'll show you if I find one. But yeah, they're worth going for. So someone else taught us that one when we were up here before. So yeah, we're going to head up to that point. It's literally a bunch of rocks sticking up there. Oh, look at what Jackie just spotted. Won't prep out, but still nice to look at. But yeah, these rocks like this, put it down like that, with these in, they won't prep. They're super sticky, even in with the prep tools. As soon as you get the pen anywhere near them, they just break. So not worth taking, unfortunately. See loads of those up here, absolutely loads of them, but not worth it. You'll see whole bands like this. There you go, that's a whole band of ammonites going through there. Look, there we go, ammonites. Won't prep, not worth taking. Just heading up to the point, saw this rock with all of these ammonites on. I don't know if you can see those there. Really nice. Another one over here. Look at that. Again, not worth trying to get them out. Apparently there's another one here as well. Yeah, there's a few on there. Like that, look. Yeah, no point trying to take those out of there, they won't come off. Well, we went all the way down that end. We did get a couple of little bits down there. One I'll show you, it's in Jackie's bag at the moment. I'll show you that in a minute. It could have a nice little centre in, but on the way down we spotted this. We left a nice little marker rock there, but look at that nautilus. It's pretty big though, but a bit of damage this side, but the other side could be good. But the good thing is it's got this lovely calcite line going through the rock, so that actually might create a weak point for me to break the rock. So if I can crack that off there, I might be able to chisel these pieces off and some of this piece off and some of the bottom piece off to make it carryable. But we're gonna have a go and see where we get with it. It's a big old beast, but I've got a couple of hours before the tide starts coming in, so hopefully we might get somewhere, we might not. There's a bit of damage there which I'm a bit concerned about, where it is right close, but I'm gonna have a go at it. We've got to have a try. Well, bit of an update. As you can see, got most of the rock off. There's a big bit there, bits everywhere. Yeah, only one downside, I've still got all of this back bit to try and take off because it's too heavy, and as you can see, that bit split and it's left a lot of the shell on there. I mean, it does look nice because it's all got calcite crystals, so I mean that's quite a nice feature in itself, but it's a bit rotty there as well, so I don't know. Yeah, it's all full of sand. Hopefully will clean out. I think it might look quite nice with all the crystals, but in a chamber showing. But again, that's here, it's still going all the way in, so even if I took it back to there, it'd still be quite a nice size ammonite. I mean, it'd be from about there to there, so you're looking at a good 8 or 9 inch ammonite, even if I whittle it down back to the broken edge. But I'm going to see how we go with trying to take this off first, because if I can take the whole thing, it'll be better. I might give that a tap to see if I can get the shell off, but I doubt it. But I'd have to take quite a chunk of rock. To be honest, I don't think it's going to be worth it. I don't think it's going to ever glue back on very well, so we'll probably be leaving that one. but I'll have a go. I'm going to carry on with this, see where we get to. Wow, some good news, bad news. So look, managed, it all popped off, but one problem, obviously that's all full of stuff there. Look, that's got loading as well where it's come through from that chamber, but look at the chamber there, look at the calcite crystals. But there's the other half. I'll clean that out and I'll glue that back on. That will glue on, no problem. So I'm going to take both pieces, not too bad, heavy, but it's doable, and hopefully it'll glue back together and prep out quite nicely. So we got it out. Yeah, so obviously I've got that out. I'm going to pack that now. I forgot to say, we're going to head back now because you know, tide's starting to come in down that end now anyway. You can see the water's coming in up there, so hopefully we'll get back up there before the tide comes in, and yeah, should be alright. We'll see you in the next one. I may do some prepping on the first ammonite and put it on the end of this video, so maybe something next, maybe not, but anyway, bye for now.